The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
There we go. Nice play, baby. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Check.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
4 down, even. 8. We're going to set. Right at the 8. 52. Rip left.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Returnable here from the 38. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 4.
Second down, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
On third and 1, here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the gun, Bridgewater. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Go Delta. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
4 down.
On second down, Kamara. They find some open field here. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Bridgewater now. Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Take a set, 180. Motion. That's rock now. Gun.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. That one goes for 24 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Newton. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
To throw is Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Lets it go for Nelson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much room there as he'll get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
4 down. Alert. Get wide now. Whip. Watch the whip.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater now from the 50. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Panthers have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down. Check. Motion.
From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Great. Hey. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
On 1st down, Newton. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. And right with it here over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Muscles him off. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Great. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Do some. 4 down. Hey. Motion. Hey, check.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
22, eyes on 22.
Newton now to throw. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down. That's rock now.
Now Newton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Second down, Bridgewater. On target over the middle to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
He wasn't ready. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Go Delta.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight right, tight right.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down, check. Hey. 4 down. Check.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Hey. Alert. Here we go.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And Thomas has it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Alex Okafor, able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Great. 4 down. Look at set. 180. Gun. Tighten up. Expert.
From the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
180. 4 down. 8.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone. At the 15-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3 down.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Mario Addison. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. And an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Come on now.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
20.
He's back to throw. Eluding the and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demario Davis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey! Hey, come on. Gun.
Newton to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Check a set. Right 88. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. Express. Mike 52.
Now Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Gano out to kick this one away. Stacy Coley on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight end right.
Here's Bridgewater. And Hill with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28.